So this is a tutorial on how to install Joomla and configure it at your home computers. So first of all, we need to create the site folder, and the site folder should be within the WAMP folder, which is normally installed in C drive WAMP, like in this case. And inside this area you will find the www folder, which contains your site. Now be careful not to erase the index.php file, and within this area create a new folder and name it, for example in my case I will name it my new site. Observe that I have not used any spaces or special characters in the naming of my folder. Remember that Apache server at the background is not text friendly, so file names should not have special characters, or you might have some trouble later on. And then enter this folder, which is of course empty since we just created. Now within here we will place the files of Joomla. Now you have probably downloaded Joomla somewhere. I have placed it in another place. Joomla, when you download it, comes in a file like this, a zip file, and you can actually open this file and decompress it within the new folder that you have created in the www folder of WAMP. Now I have decompressed this Joomla file, and I'm copying it now into the www folder, and within that my new site folder. Now it's a good time to actually start the WAMP server. WAMP server will probably have been installed into your screen. Maybe the icon is a little bit different, but anyhow you will have an icon on your screen after you have finished installing WAMP server. So you double click this. Maybe you need the allowance from the system, and you will see that at the tray there will be a new icon that should become white to indicate that WAMP is running properly. Now copying my Joomla files has finished, so it's now time to start a browser application. I'm going to use for this tutorial Mozilla Firefox, which I strongly recommend for developing web applications, but you can always use Internet Explorer or anything else you like. So by starting Mozilla Firefox, you will be able to access your site at the address that is localhost, that is one word, which is the WAMP server homepage of your system. And normally you will see your site among your projects list here, so that you are my new site, and if you click on it, then Joomla configuration will start. Now for this demonstration I've chosen English United Kingdom. You can choose English US, or there's also Greek language available if you like, and you press next. And don't mind if you see some red indications here. You should mind if you see some red indications there. Those should be taken into consideration if you upload your site in an internet host, so it's publicly available. But as long as the site is stored in your computer, this will not give you any problem. Now if you press next, you will see the GNU General Public License, which basically tells you that Joomla is a free software, and you are free to distribute, use, and also alter the code if you like, so you don't have any financial or legal obligations. And then next, and this is one of the critical areas we have to pay attention to. Now the host name will be localhost if you are installing this system at home. If you are installing it at the host on the internet, then the host will provide you with the appropriate host name. The default username installing this from home is root with no password. Again, if you're installing on internet, the host will give you appropriate names and passwords if this is necessary. And you have to select a database name, which is for easiness reasons I'm going to use my new site as the name, which is something I strongly recommend, as use the same name for your database with your site, so you don't get confused, especially after you have created several such sites. And you press next, and on this screen you don't have to do anything. It might be useful if you upload this in a host on the internet, but running it from your local system, you don't have to actually do anything here. So you press next, and then here you can type a site name. So I'm typing my new site again. Observe here I can use spaces because this is not a physical name, that is something that is stored on the disk, but a logical name to be used for displaying reasons within my site. And here I'm required to place an email. Now, email system of Joomla will not operate at your home computer because you require an email server which is not installed with WAMP. But anyhow, because of Joomla requirement to put an email address here, you should give just an email address that might not even actually correspond to an actual email. And then you should provide with an administrative password, which for easiness use I will place it to admin. Reason being for placing a more complex password when you have it online, and in this case you should not use something that simple, you should use something more complex. And then I will choose the option install sample data, and sample data, as you can see here, it has been installed successfully, so I press next. Alright, and note that there is a red stressed message here that tells us to remember to completely remove the installation directory, or else we will not be able to proceed beyond this point until the installation directory has been removed. This is a security feature of Joomla to protect your site from intruders. So you go to your, remember, www.mysite under WAMP, you find the installation directory and you completely remove it. Now, once the installation directory is removed, you can click on Site, and there you are, your new site has been installed. And if you access this option, or you just type administrator right next to your site name at the address bar, you can access the same area. And if you type admin and then your password, which in our case is again admin, you can log in to the site, and now you can access the back end of your site, the administrative control panel, and start changing the appearance of your site, also the content, and develop a brand new distinct site for yourself. That concludes our tutorial for now. Always remember to log out from the control panel. I hope this has helped you create a site.